Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to my reading. Today I'm doing another book review. As I told you earlier, back on Tuesday that I'd be doing. But this one's not for June on the Range. This one is for my project. My project Verne that I'm doing, which is reading out of Jules Verne's novels. And I'm trying to do them in publication order. The first one is 5 Weeks in a Balloon. And this is the first book in the Voyages Extraordinaires, which most of his books fall under, and so including all those that are popular, like here in America, like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea, Around the World in 80 Days, A Journey to the Center of the Earth, and the list goes on. And so okay, so 5 Weeks in a Balloon is the first book he wrote. It's now let me check. I need to check my notes for. Okay, it was originally published in 1863. That's a French title, but that was released in, but the English title was released in 1865. And in it, Dr. Samuel Ferguson is at a meeting of I think it's a scientific type convention, or pretty much members only one. This is in London, so I'm not really sure how to explain it. But he was introduced to there because he was gotten to be a known explorer and stuff, traveling at various places in the world. But this one is but here he delivered what was going to try next, which he's going to try to seek the source of the Nile, which nobody had been able to do exactly before him, because a lot of them either got ill and died, or was killed by natives, or there's only one or two that made it back alive, but they didn't make it out of the way. But but in this one, there's but with him, he proposes to do it in a balloon, taking off from Zanzibar, which is in the east, and heading west, going over Africa, and he does that. And he does that, but everybody was excited about this, and he got get some donated for doing this project, and because he was proposing to do it in a balloon flying over them. And yes, flight by balloons were around then, but it was, I'm not sure how long before that. But with them, he had some. This was a little different than the balloons that other balloonists would fly, because he's never flown a balloon before. starting on this journey, but it's a balloon that he designed himself, and it was an interesting design. And also he has two people going with him. His servant Joe, and his a friend, and his best friend Richard or Dick Kennedy, who was from Scotland. They had known each other from time in the military, and so they're but Dick kept saying he wasn't going to go on it. He was trying to stop Samuel or Dr. Ferguson from doing this, but this was he was saying that he wasn't going to go up until the time that they took off from in Zanzibar, and so they have all kinds of adventures on this trip. There's people like they was trying to throw or shoot arrows or throw spears at them and stuff like that, and it just gets interesting because they had to keep high enough where they wouldn't arrow or even a spear, or like the ones that had muskets wouldn't get close enough to puncture the balloon and all that. But they had adventures, and their worst ones weren't even weren't involving other people. Some of their worst ones, because that sometimes it was with the fighting with the elements and stuff like that. But like I said, this was his first novel, his debut novel, and it was it was a good novel. I gave it I think it was 4.25. I rated this one, and that's what my rating on the Storygraph was, and 4 on Goodreads. But I liked it because some of the stuff, some of the different names of like plants or animals and stuff. I was reading this on by like Lowlight 3, and it was and looking at that up some of the words there. They were from different areas in what happened in Africa, is what it showed. But still, back then when he wrote it, this was like over 100 years before the internet and the World Wide Web were even started. So you couldn't just get on a computer. Yes, it's even well before even this was like 70, 80 years before the computers were in existence. But it's an exciting book. It's full of adventure, I can tell you that, and you can tell that he was trying to get involved science in with it too, and so that's So I've really liked this novel. Like I said, I gave it a 4.25 on Storygraph, and so that was that's it. My review for 5 Weeks in a Balloon. The next one in this series, of this book, is The Adventures of Captain Hatteras. So that's the next one I'll be reading. I'll probably wait until, might not start reading it till next month so I can get through June on the Range before that. But so with that said, I'll be starting. I know I'll be starting the next book that I just mentioned within or by the or beginning of next month for sure. So until next time, sorry about that. Until next time, take it easy and keep on reading.